Hi there! Now I'm here to tell you a few stories about real humans that can't ignore animals who got into dangerous and sometimes terrible situations. Here are 15 cases of kindness and care about our furry friends. Get ready to be emotionally touched. People from Hope for Paws Project have been on guard for health and well-being of animals in trouble. This time, they got a call about a dog that was seen alone near the highway. The pup didn't let people come closer to him for about 4 months, evading every trap. At last, the rescuers caught him inside the metal fence. Firstly, the dog was too scared, but later the people put a snare on the dog's neck and calmed him down. He even let the rescuers stroke him and went into the cage almost without fighting. Rusty, as they called him, turned out to be a healthy, energetic, and friendly dog. Hope he has found his loving family. This severely ill shepherd dog was found walking around the rural area in Athens, Greece. To catch the dog, the specialists from the Orphan Pet Project had to put sedative in the food. The dog was so weak that he didn't have enough strength to move. When people brought him to the hospital, the doctors made all the necessary medications. Day by day, the pup was feeling better and better. After that, the dog turned into a joyful and lovely creature, learning to trust people. Nobody knows how this boy got up the 40 feet height of the cliff, but he was very worried because he couldn't get back down. The rescuers came to help the poor creature flying in the helicopter. Stuck among the rocks, the boy had caused a lot of problems for rescuers, but they managed to deal with them. By going down on a rope and grabbing the scared dog, the mission was complete. This dog was discovered helpless by a woman in the South Los Angeles. It took a rather long time to find the creature in the area mentioned. When they saw the poor thing, they immediately realized that she was blind. Not to scare the dog, the people let her smell them. For her, it was very difficult to trust. The rescuers called her Fiona and took the dog to the hospital. There, she got good care and all the necessary medical tests. The doctor confirmed that Fiona was totally blind, but he was ready to restore vision in one eye. And he did it. Fiona was extremely excited that she could see again. When a tragic flood happens, not only people suffer and need help. This team of rescuers from Sweden rushed to save the poor dog that was stuck in a destroyed house. They tried to get in through the roof. With the help of hooks and sticks, the people managed to take out the nice black pup. The poor creature had no chances to survive without this help. The dog was really scared, but to the humans that came really in time. The rescuers from We Care Project found a pup in terrible condition, which was roaming along the streets of Tijuana, Mexico. The little creature was no more than 6 months old, had some skin disease, and couldn't use his hind legs. His fur was covered with feces and dirt. After examining the poor dog, the rescuers found large wounds on the legs, which seemed to cause his paralysis. The rescuers named the dog TJ, took him from the streets, and brought him to a hospital. There, he got all the medication required, and the unique wheelchair was made for him. TJ became strong enough to walk and even run about the city really fast. He also liked swimming, which he needed for recreation measures and training his hind legs. He even started to walk with the help of them a bit. Love and tender care work like magic. The man, Doug by name, had a very special relationships with his horse, Pencil. The animal even behaved not like a real horse. For example, he didn't sleep standing and preferred to lie on his side to be closer to Doug. One day, Doug found Pencil trapped in a frozen pond and called the rescuers from a firefighters team. All that happened far up in the mountains, and the rescuers had to go there on foot. They needed to work quickly as the horse's health condition was worsening. The men put the lists of plywood around the pond to come closer and pull the animal out of the water. At last, they managed to do this, pulling the animal with the ropes out of the water. Doug hurried to dry the horse to prevent him from getting ill. Pencil was okay and didn't want to part with Doug anymore. The Blue Cross organization in India day by day save a great amount of animals' lives. This time, they hurled all the efforts for rescuing the cow dropped into the well. The cow was standing in the water helplessly waiting for people's help. Two men went down and tried to tie her with ropes to take her out. It took some time to do this because the cow was really nervous. But at last it calmed down, and the rescuers managed to do their task. The scared animal ran away as soon as the men took the ropes from it. Animal Aid India rushed to help a poor dog, which was terribly suffering from mange. The people had to react as quickly as possible because they couldn't let the dog run away and stay without treatment. On coming to the shelter, the dog was so exhausted and depressed that it didn't even pay attention at people at all. Firstly, the dog was given food and was treated from dehydration as he eventually had stayed with all that necessary stuff for a rather long time. After that, the doctor started medical treatment. On the 10th day, the dog's skin was completely recovered. The poor pup spent about 2 months in intensive treatment, but after that, he was completely okay. Cats, dogs, and cows got in problematic situations, but snakes and lizards are also often victims of misfortune. This monitor got stuck in the narrow place under some stuff near the wall of the shop. The rescuers had to clear all the stuff piled and tried to take the creature out. They put it in a big plastic jar and then set the monitor free far from the public places. Sometimes rescuers had not only to save animals, but also protect themselves from their attacks. Simon from Wildlife Aid knew how protective swan parents are. The young swan chick got stuck in the fence, and its dad didn't let anyone approach the baby. The gray beauty was helplessly hanging in the fence, and Simon tried to push it backwards so as not to hurt the poor baby. But the adult swan attacked him fiercely with his beak. At last, Simon took the baby out of danger and gave it back to its nervous parent.
Come on, he's coming with you. Come on, there's a good boy. There's a good boy, come on.
Simon was very satisfied having rescued the little guy. This family found a bird trapped in a chimney of the fireplace, and they of course tried to save the poor thing. On examining the pipe of the chimney, the owners of the house understood that this task might be a more difficult thing. One of the men went to the roof with the box, trying to help the bird to get out. He put this box down, and the bird flew in it, being taken out happily.
Quick, film, he scared me.
He's the baby that the mom feeds all the time.
Poor guy, look at him.
Take him out front so and then we gotta put the cage back on this chimney, huh?
After that, the rescuers checked it was okay. Then they brought the little thing outside and put it on the grass. Feeling free, the birdie flew away. The people from the Wild Elephant every day do great work saving lives of these wonderful giants. This time, they have to help the female that felt really bad, being exhausted and very thin. She obviously needed urgent treatment. The doctors gave her a sedative injection and the medicine using the gun. When she fell asleep, the vet examined her and found out some wounds in terrible condition. The vet had to do this procedure several times to give the poor creature some antibiotics to let her survive. Hope she would be okay. The people from the rescue team found these two little guys alone. Something terrible happened to their mother, and they were lucky to be found. The baby leopards were like real kittens, completely dependent on the people. They took good care about these cuties, keeping their health in check. Even the dog, living with the rescuers, helped them to look after the cubs. When they grew a bit older, they were brought to the wild cat shelter, where the poor things would definitely have a good life. The cute pup stuck in the mud and couldn't get out. The man passing by realized that he had to do everything to save her life. He went into deed mud up to his ankles and took the dog out. The man brought the nice girl home, washed and dried her. He gave the girl some food and calmed her down. The pup stayed with the man's family, and after some time, she turned out to be pregnant. A bit later, she gave birth to several nice pups. So the man saved not only her life, but the lives of her children. Hope this video touched your heart. Be sure to support the people helping animals. They are waiting for your likes, subscriptions, and donations. And of course, don't forget about how nice and cute animals sometimes can be. Watch the video Funniest Animals, Awesome Cute Cats and Dogs on Animal Like People channel, and you'll have a great time.